Rafael, my good friend, my buddy. What's up, man?
All
Ready,
good, man.
ready to get this going.
Ready to get it.
All right, drop shipping today. We're talking with a bunch of Amazon sellers, and a lot of people showed interest in drop shipping. So
Awesome.
I'm gonna let you take this away.
All right. Uh, I can't seem to turn on my video for some reason, but I'll share the screen.
I got you. I got you. Give me a second.
Awesome.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
All right. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. And yeah, today we're going to learn dropshipping and the exact things that I'm essentially doing to grow a dropshipping business. I essentially work really well in the transition from dropshipping into building a really sustainable brand and a long-term brand. That's the goal with pretty much my own businesses and pretty much everybody that I work with. It's transitioning from dropshipping to a brand where you're doing the private labeling, you're shipping to the United States, you're shipping to Canada. I know there's a lot of Canadians on here, so it would be like going into that transition. But the best way to do it and the fastest way to, like, apart from Amazon and apart from what Dang teaches and does, the fastest way that I do it is through drop shipping through Shopify, by using Chinese suppliers to do it. So today I'm going to teach you some strategies. I'm going to talk a little bit about me first, so that you guys can have a better idea of who I am. I'm just not just this random guy talking about drop shipping, but more like the experience that I've had. And then we'll go into the exact strategies. So exactly what you need to do to succeed in dropshipping 2019, 2020. There's a lot of hype around it. There's a lot of stigma around it, and a lot of people are like bashing on it because it doesn't work anymore. It does work, and it's gonna keep working for the next couple of years. So it's definitely, like, it was a trend, but it's still very profitable. So we'll go into exactly what makes an e-commerce store in general, or a Shopify store in general, very profitable. So let me share my screen here really quickly. And all right. So I just want to confirm that you guys see my screen. Type in the chat a
Yeah, we're
one
good.
or a yes. Yeah. Okay. Let me see the chat. 24 people on here. Awesome. All right. So in this training, we'll do the exact things you need to be doing in 2019 to scale your Shopify store. Shopify essentially is just a platform that allows you to build an e-commerce dropshipping business. So Shopify essentially, one of the easiest and most effective ways to build a dropshipping business. That's just it. Shopify is just the platform to build it. It's not a make or break. You can do a dropshipping business with another software. That's just the one that I choose, right? And the one that I use the most. So in order to give you a little bit of a backstory, this is some results from the people that I've been working with for the past couple months. Just so you know that I'm not the only one doing it. There's also other people doing it. I'm not trying to sell you on a dream or anything. It's just people really trying to succeed at this, and they're succeeding. So as you can see, 15,000 per month, 20,000 per month, and then this guy over here did, in about 2 weeks, he started doing about 1,000 a month, 1,000 a day, and now he's doing about 30 to 40,000 a month. So it's definitely possible for pretty much anyone to have crazy success with dropshipping. You can see here, in a week, I hit my first 1K day, so I hit a 1K in a day. And then another student here, how much ad spend is $38 to generate 345. So this is the power of some of the strategies that I'm going to teach you today, is how to generate a 10x or even a 20x return on your ad spend. And that's not just me, that's not fake numbers, this is actual people, regular people just like you that are actively doing it on a daily basis. So a bit about me. I'm Rafael Citron. I'm originally from Puerto Rico, and I dropped out of university. So I didn't follow the traditional route of getting a college degree and then, having a 9 to 5, hitting the 9 to 5, and then jumping out of it. That's not the route that I took. It sounds cooler, but I'm a really honest guy. So yeah, I dropped out of university at the first wasted a lot with I would work for, and it's me. Okay. So worked as for e-commerce stores, Shopify entering stores. So I worked as a freelancer, did their Facebook ads, did their social media, and that's how I learned. Learned through trial and error, and I failed multiple times by myself. I wasted a lot of money, and all the money that I got from like those little jobs that I was doing, I was essentially putting it back into trying to do my own thing. So where I am right now, I run 2 successful e-commerce stores, totaling more than 120,000 a month. So now we're at like 150 all the way to 200 a month, 200,000 a month. That's revenue. Obviously, I'm not, I don't make 200,000 in profit every month. I wish I did, but not at this point. I will scale to that point later on, but for now, it's like we deal with about a 30 to 35% profit margin. So we're talking anywhere from like 50 to 60,000 per month in profit. And then I'm able to travel the world. I'm in Budapest, Hungary, in Central Europe right now, and I was in Poland last week, and I was in Sweden the week before that, in New York the week before that. So I pretty much travel all over the world and work from anywhere. And then I run a team of about 8 people that work on a daily basis on our stores. This is just a little bit of some income proof. This was in January. So this store was a brand new store that we did as a case study. So we essentially started a new store on January 21 as a case study to see if we could actually make it work in 2019, because this store has been running for a while. We stopped right here because there was a delay in orders from our supplier. So we were running at about 200 a day right here, and then we scaled it back up. So this happens right at the end of the year, and then it happens again around like Christmas. So it's like the end of the year is really tough, and now we're just starting getting back up. And then this was a case study. We got it to 26,000 in revenue in about a week. So as you can see, these numbers are very possible. Doing $25,000 in a single week, it's very, very possible. So yeah, even now, like even January 2019, February 2019, and as you can see here, this was one of our biggest days. So 12,000 in a single day from one store. So you can see here, good evening, Rafael. There's actual orders, actual people. I'm not faking any of this. And there was like 12,141 in sales. That translates to roughly about 3,500 to 4,000 in profit. So we're talking about 3,000 profit for that day, which is pretty insane, right? So you're like, most of my students have started out with, maybe $100 a day, $200 a day, and that's the point where I want to get them to like $3,000 a day in profit, $12,000 a day in sales. And you guys will see a lot of these screenshots, a lot of people like hyping it up. Yeah, but you got to look at the profit margin. So I'm like a really honest guy. I show real results. So this is just sales. So this is actual money going to our account. The money that goes into our banks is a little bit less, right? It's obviously like cost of goods, cost of advertising, cost of everything. So now we talked about that, let's actually get down to business and the exact strategies that you need to follow to be successful with dropshipping in 2019, 2020, and beyond. So one thing that a lot of like gurus out there are teaching is that in order to be successful with dropshipping, you have to take a product from AliExpress, which is probably what you guys have heard, is like taking a product from AliExpress and then putting it to Facebook. And a lot of people are teaching that because it's a very believable and it's very like get rich quick model type of business. And it's a way to run like a get rich quick type of business. So it's like, hey, all you need to do is find a cool product on AliExpress and then make some Facebook ads and then you'll succeed, right? That's like super easy. You just find some random product, put on Facebook ads, you're gonna make money. And that's not really the case at all. So the case of most entrepreneurs is that. So majority mindset, you get 200 bucks, you buy some shoes. Entrepreneur mindset, what it should be, is you get 200, you turn it to 1,000. And then the mindset of people that follow that strategy is they take 200 bucks and then they just give it to Zuckerberg in the Facebook ads manager. And that's literally what happens to 99% of people that try this business, right? They get misled or they get, hooked on a dream. They put pretty much all the money they have into the ads manager and they just poof, it disappears. And it's sad to see that happen. There's a lot of people that I've seen most of another course and they told her just do Facebook ads and our money. So it's kind of you have to avoid. So not only you have to wait. So the number one traffic source pretty much nobody's using effectively, which is Google Shopping. Google Shopping, how it works is we'll go into it, but why is it effective? Like it's not just Google AdWords, it's not just Facebook ads, it's Google Shopping. It's people actively wanting to buy a specific type of product. So this screenshot that I showed you before, which was the $38 turned into $345, that is all from Google Shopping. So you get a higher conversion rate, right? And then you get a lower cost per sale. So in this case, he's getting a sale. So he has 8 orders here. He's getting each order for like $5, and then he's making a lot of money from each order. So he's making like $45 per order at a $5 per order cost. So it's not just revenue, right? He's making 350 a day, but that's revenue, right? It's not. And push or being profitable, not having anybody to make 200,000, 500 a month and get any profit. Because I know a lot of people that are business like that. So I know people that run their business on an extremely sharp margin. They're like doing $1 million a month, and okay, sorry, I was watching the chat. I thought I was muted. No, but other people are muted. Okay, so I know people making like $1 million a month and they don't make any profit, and that's really sad. Like there's people making 100 grand a month, they're actually losing money. So you have to be very careful of those screenshots, and you have to really look at the ad spend. So that's why I show you the screenshot, because like it's real ad spend. It's not just like some money that went into the account. So Google Shopping ads, as you might have heard of, as you might have seen on Google, is when you look for a specific type of product, in this case, winter coats, you will see a bunch of ads right there that look like image ads, but they are obviously sponsored, right? So essentially people are putting these ads up with just an image and a little piece of text. You just have an image and the text. It's not like a search ad. Search ads tend to do really well, but you have to be very strong as a brand. So in order to have a very strong search ad, you need to either be a really big brand or invest some money up front to just get traffic and then get better results. Because usually search ads aren't that profitable. That's why people, they go on Google, they spend $100 and they get like 3 clicks. That's improper Google advertising through search ads. And that's what you probably might have heard out there, like people spending like $1,000 getting like 10 clicks. Yeah, that does happen. Like I actually, for my swimsuit brand, which I'm going to talk about a little bit, we hired someone to do our Google ads for us because we weren't, we were sure what we were doing, but we didn't really have time to manage Google. So we hired someone and they did the exact thing that we weren't supposed to do and that nobody's supposed to do. And we spent $400 and got 3 clicks to our website and obviously no sales. So imagine $400, it hurt me more than it can ever hurt anybody, $400 out of the account with 3 people visiting the website. That does happen with Google search when you do it improperly. Google Shopping, on the other hand, you can get clicks for like 30 cents, 40 cents, and sales for very cheap prices. Now, the other piece of the puzzle is Instagram micro influencers. So in this case, the influencers that I use, she does know that she's in this presentation, so it's there's no privacy issues. What that means is it's not some made-up term. No, it's just a small Instagram influencer. So it's someone that has an audience that promotes multiple products, that promotes multiple brands, but she has a small following. Right now, she's at like I think 12,000. She's growing very, very fast. We found her when she was at 5,000. So when we saw that potential of like this girl is posting a lot, 632 posts, and she's very lovable. People are very engaged with her, and they love what she's doing. Then that's a great sign of someone that is a great partner for the long term, and that we're gonna make a lot of money with. So essentially, that's how we found her. We found her just searching on Instagram. We saw, okay, she has 5,000, not that many, but her brand and especially the people that follow her are very engaged and very attached to her. So what we did is we gave her a swimsuit. This is one of our best sellers. We sold, I think, about $60,000 worth of this design. So this high-waisted little design. If you're in Canada and you're a woman, you probably saw our ad. We ran a lot of them to Toronto and the New York area in summer. As you can see here, May 7th, so May to July, we ran a lot of that. And then she essentially did a shout out. So I'm obsessed with my new off-the-shoulder swimsuit from Madame Bravo, which is my brand. I don't own the brand anymore. It has been sold. So we sold it in December just because like we didn't really want to keep pursuing this type of business, like apparel business. But, we sold it. So now I don't own it anymore, but I did. And this is what we did. So as you can see, 1,252 likes from a 10,000 audience. This is a very engaged audience and a lot of comments down here below. So the total cost of this shout out, and the great thing about micro influencers is that you don't really have to pay them that much to do a shout out. The thing that you really have to pay for is just the product itself. So this product, we obviously have to ship it to her, and we shipped it with express shipping. The swimsuit is like $11. The express like $2 or $3. Total cost rounds up to $14. Total revenue was $550 from that. Total profit from this was around, without cost of goods, that was about $350 in profit. So we're making, from a $14 investment, we're making about $300 in profit, and then $500.50 in revenue. So that's just the potential of some of these influencers, and why, like, the strategy that everybody teaches, which is just going from AliExpress to Facebook, is very competitive to do that. So that's why these other types of advertising and types of promotion are much more effective and better for a smaller brand to grow much faster. So if you're getting into dropshipping, you can obviously do it this way. And then the key to this, the key to the puzzle, I'm going to talk about how to find dropshipping products in a little bit, but I just want to show you some of the things that you can expect and the best ways to actually promote a brand. So how to combine it, it would be combining Google, Instagram, and then using Facebook as a tool of retargeting. So why Google and Instagram to do the active targeting, right? Why not just go straight to Facebook? So Google is a great way to get what I call an active buyer intent. People are going to Google and they're typing out, I want, they're typing out swimsuit or off-shoulder swimsuit, or they're typing out grilling equipment or water bottle. They're typing in a very active intent. They want to buy that thing. And then you hit them with Facebook ads with latent buyer intent, pretty much inactive buyer intent, which is they're just scrolling through the feed. The product that they just searched on Google, they see it on Facebook, and they're like, oh, wow, I literally just saw this on Google like 2 days ago, and now it's on Facebook. Okay, now it's time to buy. So if they don't buy from you on Google, or if they don't buy you from this shout outs on Instagram, then you can retarget them on Facebook. That is how we make these amounts of money. So this is like 51 cents per purchase. And that's essentially how we do these days, like $12,000 days and, $50, $60, $100,000 months. That's pretty much what we do to get to that point. So 31 return on assets. So this is across like hundreds of purchases at a 51 cent per purchase cost, and then 31 return on investment. And then essentially this is the type of ad that we run. It's a retargeting ad on Facebook. And you've probably seen them. They're dynamic retargeting. So they're a carousel, and these little things on the carousel, they pop, and you can move them from side to side. So they'll essentially create a carousel of products. And the first one that you see is Facebook. So if you already clicked on like a swimsuit, you will see the first swimsuit you clicked on, the exact design you clicked on, as the first one that shows up right here. So that's essentially the power of it. And then the last thing that we're talking about is how the dropshipping game has changed and how to prepare for the new trend. So I'm essentially going to go into how I do my strategy of finding products, and how I promote them, how I find these products, and then how I go about in a more detailed way of how to promote them. So the one thing is using search traffic to its best potential. And by what I mean by that is doing it through Google Shopping, not Google Search, and then making sure you convert warm traffic through Facebook ads, which is essentially what you do right here. So I taught you how to do all of that, right? I taught you how to promote, what things you need to do. You need to do Google Shopping, you need to do Instagram influencers, and then retarget on Facebook. But what do you sell? Like, how do you find things to sell? What kind of brand should you build? What kind of niche should you do? So for that, I'm essentially going to go into the exact strategy product with AliExpress. So I said, like, most people, they just start out with AliExpress and put products on Facebook. We're still using the AliExpress part. So we're still using this this center, or this like warehouse, which is AliExpress. They have a bunch of suppliers in there. We're using them to promote our products, or to create our products. So the easiest thing to do is to create an account on AliExpress, and then I'm going to log into my account right here. log in really quickly. And then, whoops, they're sending me a verification code, guys. Give me 1 second. 508 59. Sorry about that. And now AliExpress is so used to doing drop shipping that they will essentially help you in drop shipping. So essentially what you can do is take where your products will ship, exactly what products you want to look for. So the best thing to do on AliExpress is to go to best.aliexpress.com, which is their best sellers or their top sellers, and you'll have a lot of categories. So you have like best products that are selling around. This one is actually, this is the sleeve to cut, the anti-cut gloves. These are actually selling really well. So if I type in here, anti-cut gloves, like if you're looking for ideas to sell, this is actually a great idea. I'm selling them myself. So this cut-proof gloves, they're actually selling really well. So they'll give you suggestions on the front page. On the home page, they'll actually tell you, hey, this is selling. And why they do that is because they really want to promote drop shipping. They love when people drop ship from AliExpress. So they give you that extra help of actually promoting and what products you should promote. Another way of finding them, which is if you don't want to spend just time on AliExpress and looking through their suggested products, if you don't really want to spend time doing that, the other thing you can do is there's a feature of Facebook, sorry about that, there's a feature of Facebook called Facebook Watch. And Facebook Watch, it's absolutely amazing for finding products. And Facebook Watch, essentially what it means is that these watch pages, they put out videos. So they put videos that get millions and millions of views and thousands of engagement. And what you can do is utilize this new feature of Facebook that was rolled out about 4 to 5 months ago to look for products. So what you can do is go here, product, and then you'll get awesome products you must have, eco-friendly products, revolutionary products, absolute products. So you'll start getting a lot of ideas. Another keyword that I like to use is cool. And see, 5 cool things from old clothes. So you'll start getting a lot of ideas. Let's say gadgets is also a great one. Gadgets. Yeah, 5 kitchen gadgets for clumsy people. 13 travel gadgets. Top 5 door locking gadgets. So Facebook Watch is a great way of like watching videos and looking for products that are extremely popular. They have millions of views, but nobody is really promoting them or nobody is actively selling them. They're just getting mentioned on these videos. And when 8 million people or 12 million people see those products, they're like, hey, I wish I could buy that. Then that's what we do. So essentially, these 9 kitchen gadgets for clumsy people, the first one is actually the first one that shows up on this video is, if it starts loading, is the cutter. So the anti-cut glove, as you can see right here. So that anti-cut glove that's selling really well right now is actually on this Facebook Watch page since a year ago. So these products that are just put on Facebook Watch are huge. Like they have the potential to sell a lot. And what we do is we find them on Facebook Watch, and then let's say it's this one, like, 13 travel gadgets. We find like a travel pillow or something. We look it up on AliExpress, travel pillow, travel neck pillow. And then we try and find the closest thing to that one that we saw on Watch. So this is another product right here that sold a lot thanks to Facebook Watch. As you can see here, 1,309 orders. So on AliExpress, you can see what products sell the most by their orders and then by the reviews. So you can see, okay, these many reviews, these many orders, that's how they sell on AliExpress. And then they're also popular on Facebook Watch. So they must be really hot selling. They must be products with a lot of potential. And that's essentially the best strategy that I know for finding these products. And that is a strategy that I use to find them. And then you're probably thinking like, okay, I found it on AliExpress. How do I transfer it to Shopify? So what you'll do is you'll go to shopify.com, which is the one that we use to create a Shopify store, a dropshipping store. and you can create your account it's for 14 days, a free trial. For 14 days, you enter your email address, you create a brand new account, and you'll be taken to the actual like Shopify page. So you'll be taken to your own Shopify store as fast as the software loads, and you'll have your own store ready to build and ready to customize right there for free. So you can try for free for 14 days. You don't even have to put a credit card in. In order for the store to take payments, you do have to start a plan, but that's when you start to take payments. So you can still mess around with it and learn the platform as fast as you want or as slow as you want without having to pay a cent. So it's very, very customizable. There's barely any design skills needed. Like the best websites, like I know this website is selling, they're probably making around $1 million to $2 million a month, and they're fully built on Shopify. So this website is fully built on Shopify, and like see improving every day in a hilarious way. They're just doing funny products and products that might sell, like these you've probably seen a lot of these through ads in Canada because they do run a lot in Canada. And that's essentially what they do. They take a hot product that might be selling on Facebook Watch or that might be selling on another platform, Facebook, Google, whatever it is, and then they add it to their store. And to add it to your store, it's very easy. So when you're on AliExpress, all you have to do is download this app called Overlo, and it adds your product to an import list. And now product has been imported successfully. So that actually pulls it up to my Shopify store. My Shopify store is now has this product completely imported. All I have to do is just change the title, description, maybe some cooler images, swap out the logo, whatever it is that I want to do. But you can build a 7-figure or multiple 7-figure e-commerce business or dropshipping business just on Shopify with these types of products. Obviously, building a brand is a lot better. Like I encourage my students to build a brand off of their dropshipping store. So one of my students right now, he's doing extremely well with this store. He started just dropshipping. He just started like doing dropshipping, kind of, selling whatever product. And then he was like, hey, I found my niche. I got a lot of people interested in it. So he started selling jewelry for a very specific type of people, for a specific religion, right? In this case, he was selling products for this religion. So niche, big type of audience, now making 35,000 every single month with the store after going through that dropshipping phase. So the dropshipping phase of like taking a random product from Facebook Watch or from AliExpress, that's just to get you started. That's just to get some money flowing, to get some cash flow flowing. Dropshipping is a great way to learn marketing very fast. So as I just taught you, learning all these tactics on Instagram, learning all these tactics on Facebook, on Google, they obviously take time. They're not as easy as everybody puts them to be. They obviously take time to master, but dropshipping is a great way to just learn that very quickly because you're selling products that are very cheap, that are products that are cheap, $10, $20. You're selling these types of products, and then it's easy to get some experience. Like you don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars up front on inventory or any like crazy advertising costs, no banner ads, nothing. You just spend money on Facebook or on Instagram or Google, and then you start getting some sales. Let's say you sell like 3 or 4 of these, and then maybe you make a profit of $10, $20, but you're properly learning advertising and properly learning how to do it. And then you can build a successful 7-figure brand or multiple 6-figure brand like my student has done here. He has extremely great products. They're all shipped from the United States, and he has a great following on Instagram as well, with a lot of his own influencers. So in this case, it's like transitioning from the drop shipping, going from the drop shipping from just selling whatever product comes to mind, right? Whatever product, you can just follow my strategy, go on Facebook Watch, go buy gadgets, cool products, and barely anybody's doing this. Like if you go on Facebook, if you go on YouTube, it's very hard to find this strategy. And it's hard to find it because like not the people that are really doing it, they're not sharing it with anybody. I'm sharing it here, not on YouTube, because there's like 25 people. It's not hundreds or thousands of people on here. But yeah, that's essentially like how I find these types of products. Another way to find them is by actually going on Amazon. So what I like to do is go to Amazon.com amazon.com/EG, which is where category all the Amazon bestsellers to go. And let me see if it loads. I'm not sure why it's not loading fast. Let me see if it loads here. Amazon bestsellers. Oh, is it better now?
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, I don't know why. Like maybe it's just too many tabs open or something. But yeah, Amazon.com/bestsellers/CGBS, and you can find all the categories under Amazon. So let's say you want to sell like a home and kitchen product, you can go to this exact URL and then the home and kitchen category, and that'll show you all the best sellers of Amazon. And this is where I found a lot of my best selling products for dropshipping for Shopify. I've actually found them on Amazon. So you guys are learning Amazon, you guys are learning how to sell on Amazon. You can use Amazon to transition that over to Shopify. So this is a great way to just transition and learn exactly how to do it. So that's pretty much the second best strategy that I recommend. Well, there's actually 3 strategies. Going on AliExpress and then using their own technology and their own algorithm to find products. Second one is using Facebook Watch. And then third one is using, these humidifiers sell really well. So the third one is using actual Amazon to do the research. So those are the 3 strategies to find products. And then those products, you can import them on a Shopify store. And then you can start this process of doing Google Ads, looking for influencers, and then actually retargeting all that traffic from Google and Instagram into Facebook. So that really is the core of my strategy to start dropshipping. You don't need to build a huge brand to start with. You can just start with trending, cool products that might be selling on Facebook Watch or selling on social media, on Google. You can also do a lot of research through Google. So let's say you want to sell like women's dresses. You can just do women's dress and then go through the top sellers on that and then see what styles are selling with them and see if there's any ads running. See this one, Boohoo here. I would go through that competitor. Don't pick like huge ones. Like Amazon, obviously, it's a huge one, but Macy's, Nordstrom, those are huge companies. You want to pick the smaller ones. And another ninja trick that I'm going to show you is if you want to pick people on Shopify specifically, you can type in the product name, the niche name, and then do myshopify.com. So if you do myshopify.com, what will that show you is all the stores selling this keyword on Shopify. So for example, this one, Red Dress Boutique, Shop Love Trends, Shop Vestiary, all of these are Shopify stores selling women's dresses. So they're all on Shopify and selling women's dresses. The other thing that you can do to make sure, obviously not all of these stores are crushing it. Some of them are kind of, just treading water. How do you find out which ones are selling? Which ones are really killing it? You use this tool called Similar Web. And Similar Web, what will show you, it'll show you 3 things that are very important. Estimated visits. So how many people actually go on the website every single month? So in this case, 312.3K, right? This is like a very strong brand. They're having 300,000 people visit the website every single day. And from what you can see in the screenshot here, so 12,000 a single day with 9,000 sessions. So imagine like a 1.25 to 1-to-1 ratio of visits to money. So in that case, 312,000, that'll translate to about $312,000 in revenue every single month. So they're probably making 100 to 150,000 in profit. So this is a very strong store, and it's a store that you want to use for research. The same thing with this one. Let's see if it's a big one or not. So in this case, it lacks sufficient data. That means it has less than 10,000 per month. So in that case, Similar Web will tell you this store is worth looking at or it's not worth looking at. And apart from just the visits, you can also see what country it's selling a lot in, what countries it's doing. So in this case, 3.37% in Canada, and then the actual like traffic that it's getting. So it's doing a lot of Pinterest. In this case, 48% Pinterest, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, and YouTube. So you can see the breakdown, the types of ads that they're running, the websites where they're running ads, sources of traffic, and then search top keywords. So essentially this literally tells you every single thing. It tells you interests similar to that, so you can target them on Facebook. The SimilarWeb really breaks down a lot of things about a website. So if you want to do that research, it's just keyword or product name, myshopify.com to find a successful Shopify store. Boom, you find the store, and then you go to the SimilarWeb to check what is, the actual like stats of the website. If you want to make sure if a website runs on Shopify and you don't know if it does, you can use this tool called What Runs, and then just run it, and it'll show you the customer management system. So whether that's Shopify, WooCommerce, Wix, WordPress, it'll show you exactly what that is. In this case, it's obviously Shopify. So you'll be sure that, okay, this store is Shopify. So if you do a random search of like outdoor grill equipment or whatever it is, and then you visit this one, for example, and you want to check if they're a Shopify store, all you have to do is do the what runs. That'll break it down, and it'll show you what it runs on. So in this case, Shopify is not there. It's running on Oracle Commerce. So that would be another like e-commerce software or platform. So in this case, it's not a Shopify store. We shouldn't really look at it that much. We should only look at Shopify stores. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you find products and brands to copy off of or model or sell, and then how you actually market them. So you go to Google first, Instagram, and then you retarget them on Facebook to get the highest return and get essentially how this student over here, he's the same student that made the 345 from 38. He did that the 3 to 4K a month, and then he jumped up to like 12 to 15K a month, which is, you can see here in the screenshot this month. And this is February. This is taken in February. Like you can see here, February 12th. We're now at 17, 19. So February 12th already made $6,000. So that's essentially the possibilities and the things that you can do with this. And right now we'll go into a little bit of a Q&A so I can answer some questions before we go in depth, and we'll see what you guys are struggling with or what you guys are thinking about.
Cool. That was awesome, man. That was a lot of good information. I learned a bunch of stuff from that.
Awesome.
Now you give me a bunch of new ideas, more shiny object syndrome. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Right. So Heather has a question over on Facebook Live. She asked, how do you determine whether or not your product is in a saturated market?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so saturated products, usually the best way to know if they're saturated is to look at the AliExpress order number. So how many orders does it have? My limit is 3,000. So if it has more than 3,000 orders, that's probably a pretty saturated product because 3,000 people order it. That means about a 1% conversion. That means 300,000 people saw it. So that's like it's getting saturated, or is at that point where like there's not that much potential. So 3,000 orders would be the number that I would like stay away from. Things like that, like 3,500, 200, 500 orders, that's completely perfect. The other way you can do that is by looking at Facebook and then actually going through.
Sorry, quick thing. What is too low? Like, is 35 orders too low?
On Facebook Watch, for example, that is too low. If you're just doing research on AliExpress, I would go, anything over 25 orders and a good amount of reviews that you can see that it's selling, then that's good. But if you search for a product, I don't know, let's do like outdoor grill or something. And then let's see what that pulls up. Am I lagging, by the way?
A little bit. No, a little bit. It's fine now, but you were.
Yeah, so outdoor grill on AliExpress would drop ship because there's not like 3 orders, 17 orders, one order. This one has 50, but it's not. This is just like a press for grilling. Like this is just too low. So you want to look for a product that on AliExpress has at least some potential, but If you already found it on Facebook Watch and you know that it's killing it there, then the low order count on AliExpress isn't that much. If it has more than 3,000, that's probably too high.
Okay, cool. Jamie wants to know, he wants you to explain the fulfillment process and how it works with Shopify and Oberlo.
Okay. So I'll go into, so Oberlo, the best way to describe it is just by pulling up their graphic. But essentially, you add the product on here, and all the orders that go through your website get auto-fulfilled with Oberlo. So what it does is it's a one-click fulfill. So you'll do like a one-click fulfill on your website, and then that will fulfill the order and send it to the Oberlo, like the Oberlo dropshipping connection. And then, so I'm going to go into the actual breakdown of it. And you're essentially doing like a one-click fulfillment of the order. So as soon as you get the order, Oberlo tracks it. It knows that it's in your back end. All you have to do is just a one-click fulfillment. It's very, very easy. So the best thing to do would be to follow a guide like this one. But as you can see here, there's an order. I'm going to pull it up so you guys can see it. There's an order here, for example, in this case, there's an order with the country, with the order number, and the order assignment and everything. And all you have to do is click get tracking code. In this case, it's marked as ship, but here there will be a button that says fulfill. All you have to do is click that button that says fulfill. You pay for the order. Obviously, you have to pay for it to the supplier, and then you get the tracking code here in 24 to 48 hours. So that's essentially how you would fulfill it. It's in the back end of your Oberlo account, and it's very easy. It's a one-click fulfill process.
Okay, cool. Tim asks, what are typical gross margins you would see for average products?
So gross margins, that means like the profit margin, right?
Yeah.
You see the profit margin for the product, I always go like 3 to 4 times the product cost. So that would put it at about, let's say like a 75% profit margin. So let's say we're selling, just for hypothetical, we're selling this grill. It cost me $11.73 to get it from AliExpress. I want to sell it for 40, or I want to sell it for about 35. So you want to look for about 70 to 75% profit margin on the product, because obviously the advertising cost is going to come into that. So that's essentially what I look for, 70 to 75%. Yeah.
Okay. We have a couple questions from an anonymous person, which I'm going to make them wait though, since they're anonymous. Okay. Oscar asks, how do you convert Google Shopping audience to Facebook audience?
Okay. So converting the Google one is just using these type of advertising, which is the dynamic retargeting. And then you can create an audience for this. So Facebook actually lets you create a dynamic retargeting audience. And you've probably seen this. You're probably in a couple of retargeting audiences yourself. So essentially you're being retargeted because you either visited or added to cart on that website. So as soon as you add to cart or view a product on the website through Google Shopping, so let's say you viewed the product through Google Shopping, you are now in a retargeting audience, and you will get a dynamic retargeting ad from that advertising. That's pretty much how it works. So you fall into that like viewing audience from Google or from Instagram, and then you get retargeted through the ad on Facebook.
Okay. Anonymous asks, could you I think you just did that. Could you please repeat how to get buyers on Facebook from Google and Instagram? Okay, you just repeated that. And then his other question, or her other question was, Leonard asked, do you use Facebook Pixel? You would have to use Facebook Pixel, right?
Yes, you do. You use a Facebook Pixel to keep track of everybody that, pretty much everybody that visits your website, and you can tell that they visited it.
Okay, Anonymous's other question is, how long does it take to make 1K on an average product? You can feel free not to answer that because it's such a silly question.
How much? I mean, so with the strategies I teach, it can pretty much happen in a week. So in just a week, I hit my first K a day. I want to give a shout out to Rafael. So it can happen in a week. That's not super typical. I'm a pretty honest guy, so I'm not going to tell you it's like it happens with every student. No, it usually happens in about a month or two that you start hitting that 1K a day. So in about a month or two, you start hitting a 1K a day in sales, and then slowly you get to a 1K a day in profit, which is obviously pretty big. But yeah, it can happen in as long as a week. So it really just depends how much commitment and how much work you put into it. Yeah.
Okay, Rory asks, so Birlo, his question disappeared, but it was Birlo has to carry the product first, and the answer would be no because you're drop shipping it from AliExpress.
Yeah, you're drop shipping it through Oberlo and Shopify, so no, you don't have to pay Oberlo first.
Yeah, you don't
And no,
with drop shipping, you don't have to actually have the inventory in hand. You just need
no,
you
no,
just
you
need the
don't.
traffic. The traffic comes and
Exactly.
buys from your site, and then you get it from you order it from AliExpress, and you get it shipped to the uh, consumer.
Exactly.
Okay, we got a couple more questions here. Would Heather wants to know what you recommend for maximum size and weight for products to drop ship. I guess maybe not maximum size and weight, but I guess like if something's like oversized, like with Amazon products, a lot of people say don't do oversized just because you're charged more on shipping and whatnot. So I think that's the word for her there.
That's pretty much it. I mean, don't do anything too big, like more than I would say like you guys do kilograms, right, in Canada? Or pounds?
We do pounds.
Oh, pounds? Okay, okay. Like not more than like 5 pounds, I would say. Like more than 5 pounds, I wouldn't really do a product just because it's too big or too heavy. And then more than like I would say like 20 centimeters big or long. Like I wouldn't really do like something too huge just because it's gonna take a lot more in shipping. It's gonna take longer to ship, and then it's gonna be obviously more.
Hello, you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Lost you for about 20 seconds, man. You ever have to repeat your your answer to that? Sorry.
Oh, you didn't hear me? Oh, okay, weird. Okay, my bad. So yeah, you don't want to do like more than 5 pounds or 10 centimeters or 20 centimeters because it's just too big of a product and it's gonna take a lot to ship and a lot to just charge. So it's gonna be a more expensive product. You don't want to do like too big. Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Vivek asks, any good way to find influencers and how do you know what is the conversion percentage?
All right. So the best way to know that, finding influencers is going to take me a little bit too long to say that, but there are tools to find influencers. The best way to do it would be to go to Instagram and then hashtag the type of audience that you want. So let's say you're selling to moms or mothers, then you want to go ahead and type in the hashtag of that niche or of that audience. So if you're targeting like bikers, then you want to do like hashtag bikers or hashtag, for example, hashtag mommy, and then you'll find like moms through that hashtag, and some of them will be influencers, and those are the ones that you reach out to depending on 48,000, 1,900. So the ones that are big are the ones that you reach out to for partnerships. And then how you make sure they're legit is you go to a tool called hypeauditor.com, and in hypeauditor.com, that is where you put the actual Instagram user. This is just a random picture, but this one, for example, you put the username, you copy it, you put a username here, and then that'll give you how legit it is, what the engagement rate is, where the people are for that influencer, and pretty much everything. So it'll give you a whole breakdown of that influencer, followers, engagement rate, and then you can just get a full report of everything, audience, languages of audience, if their followers are fake or not. So this is the tool that I use. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people will boost up their follower count to seem more popular than they are, so that they can possibly get paid more. Okay, here's another question from Nikki. So with 3,000 being the max you search for, does it mean that your sales die down once you hit that amount of orders on AliExpress?
So that is why I transitioned from the drop shipping, just general, product advertising to the brand. So when I burn out a lot of products, I then transition onto the brand. So that's what pretty much a student that I was talking about, that's what he did, is he burned out a few dropshipping products, got a lot of money, got a lot of profit in, and then transition on to build a brand, which is a brand. It doesn't matter how you burn it because it's a brand. You're building the long term. You're getting a lot of repeat customers. So it's different than that. But yeah, it pretty much happens. You can burn a product out. That's why I recommend going from dropshipping to building a brand.
Okay, cool. Heather wants to know who pays customs duty charges on the product shipping from AliExpress if the customer is in US or Canada.
Okay, so usually there are no like if there are going to charge it to you, but it's going to be in the AliExpress price. So this includes the customs charge. Usually they don't charge us anything above that. So yeah, it's pretty much going to be included, and then you just include it in your customer price. So what the customer will pay you.
Okay, Kim wants to know, how do you handle returns, your return policy?
So returns, the best way to do it is essentially through like having the customer get either a credit on your store to buy something else, or if they do want to return, can you the best thing I do in fulfillment center in the US called Red Stag Fulfillment. Red Stag Fulfillment right there. And then I have the customers if another customer will have it on my fulfillment center and ship it. So that's like the. Can you hear me?
No, the only thing I heard from that was the first part of it. So you're saying you use Red Tags Fulfillment for the second part of it?
Okay. Yes. Yeah. So what you'll do returns is like you can go with this company Red Stack Fulfillment, and you have the customer ships the product to Canada based full center, so that you can essentially customer that comes in. Yeah.
All right. Sean asks, someone in the group last week mentioned that the e-package shipping method that AliExpress offers.
Do you hear me? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, man. You all right? Sort of. It went in and out for a little bit, but I hear you now.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Louise asked, what would be the timing for shipping products from AliExpress to the customer after a PO is in place? How do you handle express shipping? Okay, you answered the second question. Just
so
the timing question.
A lot of them have a lot of them do have express shipping, and they ship within like a week. But there are some, you have to have the quality of the supplier on their page. So you go in here and you look at the positive feedback, and then you go into shipping. But most of them will ship in like if they have like shipping goes very quickly. If they don't, then it's going to take a little bit longer. But you can just like give a notice to the customer, like say, hey, it's going to take a little bit longer due to high demand. And usually people don't really have a problem with it unless you don't specify it. But you do have to specify, and then they won't have a problem with it. But a lot of suppliers offer the express option, so that's also like something to consider.
Okay, cool. Have you sold product in Europe?
Yes, so pretty much all over the world. Europe, Canada, United States, and UK are the top ones. US, UK, Canada are the top ones, but Australia and Europe also sell really well.
Okay. Do me a favor. You want to shut off your video? Maybe that'll help with some of the bandwidth.
The share screen?
Yeah.
Oh, the video?
Share screen and
Oh,
your video too. Yeah. I thought it was me, so I shut off my screen, so I wasn't sure.
okay, cool.
But in the
So
mean,
before we get into the other questions, because there's a few people that are hopping off. In next level. So I want to offer you something get to that point of starting a dropshipping store and then getting to that point of doing the 1K a day all the way up to the $15,000 a month, $20,000 a month, and the $1,000 a day consistently. So I have a special program called the e-commerce inner circle, which is right here. You can see the inner circle, and you can check that right now, and I'll show you right here. So in the e-commerce inner circle, essentially what I help people do is I'll let this, I want to make sure I'm not lagging.
yeah, no, you're good right now.
Okay. So essentially what I do in the inner circle is this is not just like some course that you're going to buy, right? This is not just some videos that you're going to buy. All my videos that you need to start learning or you need to learn are all on YouTube. From YouTube, you can essentially get like just the knowledge and the basic things that you need to start a dropshipping business. This is more for people, and this is why I offer it. So the people that are committed are the ones that get the success the quickest. So the ones that just really like commit to it and say, hey, I'm going full on into this, they essentially take it to the next level, right? So, and I teach you exactly how to do that. So, and I do, like, my students have taken it to that level, like 7,000, 10,000, even 80,000 to 100,000. The student right now is at 100,000 a month. So even to that level of revenue, obviously not profit, but it's like a 30% profit margin. All of those people that I've taken to that level, like, they've all gone through this specific program, and it's a one-on-one program. So it's not like, it's not some course that I'm going to sell you. It's a one-on-one coaching that I do coach my students from 6 to 12 weeks to build a business to that level of like 10,000, 50,000, or even $100,000 a month with one-on-one coaching and then group coaching as well. So essentially you get both a course on it. So you get the exact course, and I can actually show you right here a breakdown of the members area. You get, so you'll get, then you get Facebook ads complete training. So you get literally everything, like retargeting, cold traffic, literally everything that you would want to do on Facebook. And then you have Google sections. So you learn literally how to master Google and how to learn all of this, how to master Instagram, and then how to master SEO, and then eventually how to hire people to help you in an e-commerce business. Apart from that, you do have 2 weekly Q&A calls with me and my team. So you essentially learn like on a group setting and then on a one-on-one setting. So if you're interested in like taking it to the next level, I just wanted to say it really quick here before we go into other questions. I do have this option available. Yeah, we can go into the question.
Wait, how much is your program? Go back.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mention the price.
I think I'm gonna take it myself.
So the total price is $1,000. So that's for the whole. It basically includes everything. Or you can do like the payment plan, but it's just a one-time payment of $997.
Is that US?
Yes, that is US. Yeah, so that would be like a little bit over. Yeah.
For Canadians, that's like $3,000, man. Do you have a discount for us?
I mean, yeah. Since you guys are with Dang, I guess I can do like $100 discount.
100? Come on, dude. How about 200? Can you do 200?
200? Yeah, I guess I can do 200 for you.
Yeah, because I'm gonna sign up. I learned a lot from this, man. It was nice.
Okay. So what I'll actually do is let me actually like. So we're on here. There's like 25 people on here. So I'll go into let me go into my ClickFunnels account and actually pull up the inner circle page. So I'll pull up the page. Then let me pull it up really quick and do and then I'll change the price of it just for you guys. So as you can see here, $9.97. I'm gonna change it down to how much? 200 or 100?
Yeah, 200. Let's do 200.
Okay. So I'll do $7.97 US dollars, and then I'll update it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, $7.97. So that should work out well right now. So it's sevenfigureshop.com/ecom inner circle. I don't know if I should put it on the chat or where should I put it? I don't know.
Yeah, throw in the chat. I'll throw into Facebook as well.
Sevenfigureshop.com/ecom inner circle, and that's So yeah, it's $7.97. I'll change the actual thing on here. I'm running ads to this. I'll probably have to change it in 1 or 2 days, but I can leave it at $7.97 right now. And if you guys, okay, I see some other questions. Let me know. Do you need to worry about insurance? For example, toxic paint on a product being sold? Yeah, so I wouldn't really recommend any products that you put on your body. So any products that you put on your body or you ingest, I wouldn't really recommend doing it because it can get you in trouble, and Chinese people often don't really care about that. So the best thing to do would be to not do any products that you have to either use on your body, like creams or like face masks, something like that, or products that you ingest. So nothing that you can drink, nothing that you can eat. I'm not saying it will get you in trouble, but if there is something toxic or something bad in that, you can get in trouble. So that's a best way of not really getting in that trouble. It's just avoiding those products at all. So Oberlo is like a bridge between AliExpress and Shopify. Yes. So yeah, so it is a bridge, and I did cover the shipping. So yeah, Overlo is a bridge between AliExpress and Shopify, but you can get very quick shipping depending on the supplier. So suppliers do a lot of express shipping, so you can also do that.
Okay, we got a couple questions also in the chat.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, Sean asks, someone in the group. Oh, this is maybe not heard earlier, but someone in the group mentioned that the e-packet shipping method that AliExpress offers apparently might be canceled. Is this true? And if so, where do you go from there?
Okay, that is a rumor. That is not true, and I've done good research on it. And there's actually a video on my YouTube called "Is Dropshipping Dead?" And then I covered that in detail, but it's not. It's just a rumor. And if it is, it's not going to die. It's just going to increase in, let me type in dead here. It's just going to increase. Here, I made it 4 months ago. Is Trump planning to kill dropshipping? This is a video about it, but yeah, it's not going to die. But if it is going to get affected, it's going to go up $1 or $2 in tariffs. So that'll be an extra charge on it, and then you'll charge that to your customers. So it's going to be a $1 or $2 charge. It's not going to be a huge problem.
Yeah, and it's always, like you said, it's always baked into the margin anyway. So customers
exactly.
Unfortunately, customers at the end of the day are paying for it.
Yeah.
So Oscar asked, I think this might have been answered a few times, but does Facebook ad go straight to the Shopify URL for the product? And secondly, do you only dropship e-packet products?
Yes, I only dropship e-packet just to be sure that it's legitimate and it's going to get to the customers in time. And then the other question was, yes, the Facebook ad does go directly to the product page. Okay. So it'll go to the Shopify URL. So let's say it's in case of one of my students, he has a store called Digital Trend Zone. So let's say it's and you have Sorry if it's a little bit slow, but yeah, it does go to the product page. I'm just like showing you, but it goes directly from the Facebook ad to the product page. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Jeremy wants to know, do we check if product is patented before purchasing from AliExpress?
Yes. So I do. You don't want to sell anything that's patented or trademarked. So you do want to check if it's patented or trademarked before even like trying to sell it, because
Yeah.
you don't want to get in trouble in that case.
USPTO.gov. I've gotten hit with a
Yeah,
patent.
USPTO.
Yeah, I've gotten hit with a patent before. It's not any fun.
Yeah.
Do you, Siobhan wants to know, do you just use one Shopify store, or do you use one store for each product or each niche?
No, one Shopify store in the beginning, and then if you're gonna niche down and specify and only focus on some products, then yeah, like it would be just one Shopify, so just one Shopify store, and then putting all your products in there, all your niche with all your products in there. Yeah.
Cool. At which point do you let the customer know that the shipping might take a while?
You can either do it on the product page or in the checkout. So you can do it in the checkout or in the confirmation email. So you can send them a confirmation email for the order and say, hey, your product might take a little bit due to high demand. So it really just depends where you want to say it. But in the product page is the most like honest and transparent. It's just, making sure they don't ask for a refund or anything.
Okay, Crystal has a good question. She says, this seems like a win all around. Are there any downsides to drop shipping? And just to further to that, like what are the big mistakes that people make with drop shipping that makes them not be successful?
So one of the things is like trying too many things at once. So a lot of people, they try like this niche and the other niche and then a bunch of products. They try like 20 different things and they spend like $10 on each on ads. You can't really go that route. You have to, I recommend my students focus on like 3 to 4 products that they do a lot of research on. And the reason why a lot of people fail is because of what I was talking about. They just go on Facebook and expect a product to work. And yeah, that could have worked like 4 or 5 years ago, but that's why most people fail now. It's just because that doesn't work anymore that easily. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people competing for the same product. So you have to be creative and then use other tactics to promote your.
Yeah. Oscar asks, have you tried WooCommerce with dropshipping plugins?
I have. It's a little bit more complicated than Shopify. That's why I use Shopify, but it's still very possible to use it. Yeah, Ali Dropship. It's called the app. Yeah, you can definitely use it.
Okay, I have a question. When you were researching previously, like women's dresses, and you were using like myshopify.com to find only myshopify.com sites, is that because most people who are doing drop shipping are using Shopify platform?
Yeah. So I want to find drop shippers so I can model them. I don't want to find like huge brands because the huge brands are just going to be like, they might have their own warehouse, they might even make their own products. So I don't want to find like huge brands. I want to find people that are drop shipping.
Right.
Or that at least are like similar to a drop shipping store. And you can find them on Shopify. That's why I pretty much do that.
Okay, cool. Siobhan asks, aside from Shopify monthly fee and advertising costs, what other paid software do I have to use?
To start out, that's pretty much it. All the apps I recommend are free, and I mean you can take a look at them. Wait, right here. Wait, sorry. Uh, Pull up the members area really quickly. So I recommend a few apps and Shopify apps. So these are pretty much all free, except Recard, which is like $50 a month, but that's a little bit more advanced. But all the ones you need, like upsell apps, email apps, abandoned cart email apps, and then messenger apps, they're all free. So you can use them for free. There's no like need to use any paid apps in the beginning. And when you scale up, yeah, but not in the beginning.
Okay, Lizette asks, again, how do you deal with customer returns? Want to quickly go through that?
Okay, so you use a fulfillment center in the United States called Red Stack Fulfillment or any other type of fulfillment center.
Okay, cool.
Warehouse, and then you can send it to the new order that comes in. Yeah.
Okay. Kim asks, how many products do you think would be good to sell in your store?
Around, so I call them core products. So I want you to have like 4 to 5 core products that you're going to advertise, and they'll have like 15 to 20 fluff products. So just products that essentially are like there to show that the website is legitimate and there's a lot of products on there. You don't want to have a store with like 2 to 3 products. But 4 to 5 is like what I recommend, but I really recommend 4 to 5 is like the ones you test. And then the rest can just be to like make up the website and make it look better. So 20 in total, and then 4 or 5 to like advertise.
4 or 5 to actual advertise to make money from, and the others are like fillers just
Yeah,
to
fillers, correct.
populate your store just so it doesn't look so empty.
Yeah.
AM asks, do you care if the items are shipped in branded boxes?
Yeah, so make sure the supplier does not brand their products. Like contact them before and make sure they don't brand their own products. They usually don't, but it's better if like you either put your own branding on it. It's gonna cost you like $1 or $2, but without any branding, then that's fine. Like you don't need to build a huge company with a huge brand right now. Dropshipping is just to get you started and get a lot of money in, and then invest into a proper brand, your own logo, packaging, everything. This is just like the introduction to it. Learn marketing very fast, and then you can transition on to building a better brand.
Cool. There's no more questions, so I'm gonna take this time, say thank you, Rafael. Thank you so much, man, for taking the time out of your day to share this with us. We're well over an hour now, so I just want to thank you for your time, man. This is
For
really,
sure,
really
man.
good. This is really good material.
For sure. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about this, then I can obviously do another webinar on it or another training on it. So yeah, feel
Cool.
free to
Cool.
let us
Yeah,
know after.
and if you guys have any other questions that Rafael wasn't able to answer today, feel free to just post it in the thread, and then we can maybe even get you in to do like an AMA in the Facebook group or something.
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
Cool. All right, man. Thanks again. We'll talk soon.
Awesome. Talk to you guys soon, and thank you so much for attending.
Take care, man.
Bye.